it's kind of something that has always been with me. I've always been curious, and I've always wanted to wake up in the morning and say, okay, what am I going to discover today? And now discovery is a lot easier with the internet and search engines and all that. But discovery is also about, you know, getting to know people and what drives them and motivates them, and but it's also about getting other people's perspectives and learning what you don't know, and so it's always been a natural curiosity. My parents encouraged us to read from the time we could start learning the alphabet, and in my case, I started reading English when my first language was Dutch. So reading taught me how to learn another language. Lifelong learning should be important to everybody, and those who stop learning will become obsolete. And not just learning to keep up with what you have to do in your job, but learning because learning is fun. Discovering stuff is fun. I watch my two dogs, and they're constantly in discovery, sniffing around, and just watching their reactions, and watching kids when they start learning. And learning is a lot of fun. We've taken a lot of fun out of learning. And one of the I'm not going to say fight, things I fight over with people that I work with, is they feel that training is the magic bullet to address what they're addressing. And I take the opposite perspective. And learning is, and there is a distinction. And it's much broader. Yeah. And the funnier you can make it, the better. But you also have to teach people to be self-reliant on it. And again, many of the training programs, well, let's take diversity as a good example. It's become a multi-billion-dollar industry. And yet the needle hasn't moved a notch in 30 years. But the amount of money spent, like in the billions. And you say, why? And it's because of the same old biases, by and large.
Yeah, the culture hasn't changed.
The culture hasn't changed, but the biases haven't changed, yeah. And the attitudes haven't changed. What I've learned recently is, and it's really through the work that I'm doing with Yale, is that young people are great to be with because they offer so much to an older generation. And I can't tell you how much fun it is. And it's also fun to pass on, a bit of wisdom that they may consider dated, but I see them absorbing it, and I've learned that millennials and young people, the following generation, they are, like I was, very curious.